happens. I don't like to be right. I just am most of the time. Yo ho ho, Dom Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Report. And yes, you did read that title correctly. All right? Now, as far as ballsy titles are concerned, I am no stranger from saying the Buffalo Bills are about to destroy a team and then it just not become true. Trust me, I can't tell you how many times I've been roasted by 13-year-olds, particularly last year, when I said that we were going to destroy the Jags. Okay? I've learned my lesson, or at least so I have thought. This past week, I put out a video saying that we were going to destroy the Super Bowl champions, and we did, motherfuckers. And in today's video, I literally just want to go on ahead and just sing praises to the beautiful, established game that I saw this past Thursday night. I mean, honestly, I know that a lot of Bills Mafia is still probably sitting down with a half chub, just thinking about whether or not it was that off-balance 50-yard pass to Stephon Diggs, Von Miller's first sack, or basically how the Buffalo Bills wiped their ass with the Rams Super Bowl banner. Oh, man. And so right before we get started, I do want to remind everybody to smash the ever-living out of that like button. Super easy way to support the channel, and it just lets me know that you love me. It's all right, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I know that we all watch the same game, but I feel like a lot of us, it hasn't really sunk in yet, like how fantastic of a performance that the Buffalo Bills ended up putting out there on Thursday night. If there is anything such as a statement game, that is exactly what went down. I mean, really all across the board, I mean, our players look damn good. Okay, maybe minus the rookies. I think the rookies still have a little bit to yearn for, but we'll let them slide. It's only the first game of the season. But obviously, we have to talk about Josh Allen. Like, this guy legitimately broke a completion record against one of the best defenses in the entire league. I mean, literally, dude went 26 for 31, 3 shy of a 300-yard game, and then 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. The 2 interceptions, of course, one being Isaiah McKenzie. He should have caught that ball. It literally hit him right in the chest. That was on him. And then with the other interception, that was most likely on Josh. But really, one thing that speaks a lot to that is the fact that we beat the Super Bowl champions by 21 points, and we turned the ball over 4 times. That James Cook fumble, which we certainly need to talk about once we end up getting into the running back review, we turned the ball over 4 times and we still win by 21. The rest of the league better be literally shitting their pants, especially after what we witnessed in this probably the most craziest week 1 we have ever seen. But Josh Allen completely looks like he is in midseason form, picked up exactly where he left off from his stretch in the playoffs last year. The running game, I definitely want to go on ahead and give them a shout-out because everyone knows, dude. Everybody knows that I have been a huge critic of Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, etc. But let me tell you what, it really looks like that they improved. And as far as everyone that was on the side of, hey, Dan, and so it's our offensive line scheme, it's not friendly to running backs, whatever Dorsey and the new line coach has put together seems to be working. Devin Singletary had 8 carries, 48 yards, 6 yards per carry. Zach Moss had like 1 or 2 decent runs, I guess. Still only a 2.5. Singletary was the main person out there. James Cook, of course, only had 1 carry for 2 yards, and then he ended up fumbling the ball, and he never saw it again. And to be honest with you, I think McDermott will probably give him another chance week 3, week 4. But, I mean, really, I think a huge shout-out has to go to Devin Singletary. Really starting to prove me wrong and prove a lot of people who were always skeptical of him wrong. Absolutely insane. Next up was our receivers. I mean, really during my pregame, and I mean, even during some of my betting content that I was putting out for Prize Picks, I legitimately went out there and I said, listen, man, I wouldn't anticipate Diggs being targeted a lot today. He's going to be covered by Ramsey. Last game, he was only targeted about like 9 times or something along those lines. Very few amount of yards, but did haul in a touchdown. Boy, was I wrong. He was still Josh Allen's most profitable receiver. I'm not even sure if that's the correct term to put it out there. But Dude had 8 receptions for 122 yards and 1 touchdown. And, I mean, I know that we're all talking about and thinking about that off-balance 50-yard bomb that he caught on Jalen Ramsey. He made Ramsey look like an idiot out there. literally made him look like a junior varsity cornerback, and it could not make me happier. Then Gabe Davis, 4 receptions for 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Those two are solidified as our dudes on the outside. And although that I thought the secondary was going to be focusing on them, and then I thought that we would get some more unsung heroes, no, those two very much dominated. With Crowder, did well, 3 receptions for 28 yards. Isaiah McKenzie did good right up until he ended up fumbling the ball by itself. And then even Singletary and Moss were a bit of a threat when it came into the overall pass game as well. Very interesting to see why Knox wasn't as involved as I thought that he would have been. But overall, man, in the receiving side of things, like, things just looked absolutely ready to go. Ready to go, man. Like, our offense is firing on all cylinders, and me saying that we're putting up an average of 35 points per game doesn't seem to be out of the stretch of imagination just yet. Defense, absolutely thriving. Jordan Poyer going out there and saying, yeah, man, listen, I appreciate the incentives restructure, but let me get my damn contract. Went out there, had 2 tackles, and then an interception, huge interception. But Carlos Basham, Boogie Basham had a damn interception. Okay, dude, man, had a great game, really coming into his own on his second year. And then, of course, Dane Jackson, who everybody was very concerned about going into the season, because without Trey White, he was essentially going to be his replacement as well. Now, what was pretty interesting on my end was the fact that Elam wasn't the starter. It was Benford, and that was out there. Definitely crazy, right? A lot of people were going on ahead and scratching their head right then and there, but of course Elam did end up coming out. He had 3 tackles at the end of the day, but Benford did pretty well. And so I would say I think our secondary has done pretty good, especially without Trey White going into it. I suppose we have a test. Against Tennessee next Monday, although that they did not look good against the Giants. But, I mean, overall, really ended up holding down their own. I was very impressed with how our defense played, including our damn line, dude. Von Miller clearly was the missing piece to this Buffalo Bills team, and our defensive line looks a hell of a lot different and very, very scary. So, Dom Mafia, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm absolutely pumped about this victory, but now we just need to look ahead. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans next Monday, exactly a week from now. It's going to be a long-ass wait, but a lot of exciting preparation is going to be coming along from that. As far as what to expect on this channel for the rest of the week, I'm going to do a full breakdown of week 1 in the NFL. Craziest series of events I've ever seen on a single Sunday. Absolutely wild. I'm really hoping that tonight's Monday night game just adds fuel to the fire. So on Wednesday night is the AFC East Roundtable. For those of you who don't know, me and the boys ended up switching over to our own channel. It's called AFC East Roundtable. And we have a crazy show coming up for you. We go live on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. EST every single Wednesday. If you want to tune in, listen, I need some Bills Mafia to roll up in there and start talking some shit to TD Finstock, a master at work for me. We can leave Richie alone. I feel bad for Richie. It's Thursday night. You'll probably see my Titans preview. Friday night, I'll bring out a Titans fan and do a little collaboration mixed with a bunch of different live streams. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, what the are you doing? Go on ahead and do that. Like that button. And before I let you go, like that button. What's my problem? And before I let you go, you better always remember, let's go Buffalo.